I have an absolute ton of these things. Probably my favorite way to emulate retro games is by using an old Android device, and as a result, I look for the best possible controller that I could find. So I have a bunch of these Bluetooth controllers in my possession, and I've made quite a few videos about them in the past. Recently, I've been kinda getting asked a lot of questions about them, so I thought I'd just make this video to showcase all the ones that I got and tell you guys which ones I think are the best. Up first, I have the Ipega 9023. This is probably the oldest Bluetooth controller of its kind that I have in my possession, and for a while this thing worked fantastic. It stretches out really wide so you can use it for a smartphone as well as a tablet. At one point in time, I was actually able to put an 11-inch Windows tablet in this thing with very little effort. It's got 4 face buttons, a directional pad, 2 analog sticks, and 4 shoulder buttons, as well as a variety of function keys that go along with your Android device over on the bottom ends over here. This thing was outstanding for what it was, and I used the hell out of it for quite a long time. The only issue I had with this was that there were quite a few dead zones in both analog sticks. Nothing game breaking, but definitely enough to annoy you. Up next, I have the Ipega 9083, which is pretty much an evolved version of the Ipega 9023. It's pretty much got the same layout, the 2 analog sticks, the 4 face buttons, directional pad, and the 4 shoulder buttons. One major difference being the L shape, where you can rest your device in. It's a lot more practical and functional than the little lip that was available with the Ipega 9023. And those issues with the dead zones and the analog sticks are pretty much non-existent with this device. So I would definitely prefer this one over the Ipega 9023. Another huge plus of the Ipega 9083 is the fact that it has Nintendo Switch support. So it in theory can be used as a Nintendo Switch Joy-Con alternative. Up next, I have the Ipega 9069. This controller is more modeled after the Xbox One controller than anything else. It's got the 4 face buttons, the directional pad, the 2 analog sticks in the exact same position as the Xbox One gamepad. It's got 4 shoulder buttons, and a cool feature of these is that you can switch between a trigger and an actual button, based on your preference. It's got this outstanding touchpad in the middle, so you can use it for like a set-top Android box and still play games that have touch support. In order to use your mobile device with it, it does come with this clip that you attach to the controller and then place your cell phone or small tablet within the clip, and it holds it in place while you play. Up next, I have the Ipega 9087, also known as the Ipega Red Knight. Now, similar to the Ipega 9083 or the 9023, this thing stretches apart and you put your mobile device in between. But it's more on the smaller side, so it's more tailored towards turning your cell phone into an actual handheld console. It's got the 4 face buttons, the directional pad, 4 shoulder buttons, as well as 2 analog sticks. The analog sticks are really nice, responsive, and are clickable. One negative that I would have are the analog sticks seem to be a little bit on the smaller side. I feel like they could have made them slightly larger. But with all that aside, this thing is still a fantastic controller. Now up next, I have something a little bit different. This is the Mocute 058. Similar to the Ipega Red Knight, this thing is more geared towards your cell phone and not so much a tablet, but it's got like this weird funky half of a controller design. This is more geared towards mobile games than it is towards emulated retro games. Not saying you couldn't play retro emulated games on this thing, but I really wouldn't prefer it. Not with this funky setup. But for certain mobile games, including quite a few shooters, this thing is the perfect middle ground from having an actual gamepad and still using the touchscreen. And last but not least, I have the GameSir F1. The reason why I'm even including this thing is because some of you guys might be wanting to use these controllers for PUBG Mobile, and that is a bad idea because if you use a third-party application such as Octopus, you will get banned. Your PUBG account will get banned. This thing is a bit of a grip, that also has a little analog nub that will allow you to play PUBG Mobile without having any issues in terms of getting banned or things of that nature. Having at least the grip is better than having nothing at all, and the thing also doubles as a stand. Alright, so I'm sure you guys want to know which controller do I think is the best of the lot. Well, it's actually not that simple. My favorite three are the Ipega 9069, the Ipega 9083, and the Red Knight. For something like a set-top box, I think the Ipega 9069 is actually the best controller you could possibly get. So if you're planning on using this for something like the Nvidia Shield, or if you're running retro emulation off of a Fire Stick or something, the Ipega 9069 is the one for you. If you have something like a tablet, the Ipega 9083 is your best bet. It also has Nintendo Switch support, which I really love. I actually use this thing on a regular basis with my Nintendo Switch, and it is perfect for something like a tablet. But if I had to choose just one, it would definitely be the Ipega Red Knight. Most of my gaming emulation I do on a old Android cell phone that I no longer use as a cell phone. I shelled it out and loaded it with a bunch of emulators, so this thing is perfect. It actually turns my old cell phone into a handheld game console. And if I wanted to use this for a set-top box or even a Windows PC, I have that option available. So for me, the Ipega Red Knight is the best Bluetooth controller that I currently own. And if I had to recommend just one to you, it would definitely be the Ipega Red Knight. As always, I'll put links to everything in the description below. Until next time, this is Ness, signing out.